Zone clutched it out, and now we are going game 1 PS2. Terry versus Palu.
Right. Now we know Zone playing a very calm and collected Palu here, but he's going to have to see how he deals with Darkstalker's pressure with Terry. You know.
It's going to be difficult, right? I feel like Ferret's definitely one of those players who tried to catch on to the habits of the way people approach. I don't know what Darkstalker is thinking all the time, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you just see him,
bro.
you know, he's throwing out these hitboxes, knows his combos. But, you know, I think the stage definitely going to help Zone out a little bit here. Has a lot of room to work with, so can, you know, use his neutral B, side B if he needs to keep Terry at bay, but, you know. Oh, and there's probably Zangritz in the back there making some noise, but Darkstalker got the stage control here. He's going to be looking for a confirm.
Yeah, so that was good patience, man.
Yeah,
because to be honest, like,
just waiting at ledge.
Anyone would have like just done any option there, and when you're throwing as many hitboxes as Darkstalker is at ledge, you've got to be patient.
Oh, and he catches that landing there with the Buster Wolf.
Doesn't matter, to be honest. Yeah, listen, I feel like when it comes to Terry players, you'll obviously throw those options out, but Darkstalker has a way of just like really pressuring it.
It's like he knows where you're going to be, and he has the attack ready there. But you know, Zone just continuing to play calm. Hopefully going to try and take this stock here, but yeah, Darkstalker recovering back. 149, you have to be careful in this situation. And there we go, F-tilt Buster Wolf.
For free, bro. One mistake.
Just like that. So Zone has to be careful here. You know, he's looking for that first stock, but Darkstalker finding a way to just stay in this.
I feel like Zone as well is like really strong when it comes to ledge trapping as well, but Darkstalker's weaving around all of it. So at 171, still alive, bro.
Yeah, 181, he's just living here. Oh, Buster Wolf at ledge would definitely take it right about now, but Zone finding the down air there finally against Darkstalker's first stock.
A little bit extra for the kill. We'll take it though.
Yeah, now he's answering back with some percent of his own, trying to, you know, close that gap in percent a little bit.
And that's just a little bit of matchup knowledge that Darkstalker has there, right? You know, Ferret will throw out that back air, and of course it just spaces so well. And yeah, Darkstalker happy to take his time.
We've seen these two play a bunch, so once you have that huge matchup knowledge, it really just comes down to like feeling your opponent out on the day and just seeing how you can adapt at the current moment.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing we just saw from Darkstalker as well. It's like, when it comes to Ferret's grounded options, he kind of weaved around it with that down B, but Ferret's still getting the kill regardless.
Yeah, and now Zone in the lead now.
Yeah, it looked super in Darkstalker's favor, bro.
Yeah, a big lead for Darkstalker at the start, but Zone just plowing through that second stock, just playing very calm, cleanly, and safe. And now Darkstalker in a tricky position. Zone getting a bunch of extra percent now.
Okay. Both in center stage. See how Darkstalker approaches. Onus is on him to try and get some points in. But
yeah, exactly. Now that Zone has the lead, he can kind of sit back, just use his range, use his projectiles. You know, Darkstalker needs to take some risks here to get something started.
It's so difficult against Palutena. She can stuff out so many options just with her aerials.
Almost lands that down air, just barely missing. That turnaround jab into power dunk, almost taking it. That explosive flame, just putting a bit of pressure on Darkstalker there from off stage. But now the go meter is online, so you know, if there's any character that can make a good comeback, it's Terry with go.
I mean, if he cleans up the stock here, he's in a very good position. Even though he's like 130 full stock down.
Oh, and that big trade there, the back air and dash attack. But you know, both characters still alive, but Zone does have that one stock left in the back, and then Buster Wolf again. Darkstalker just throwing it out once again. But,
this is scary. I'm scared for Zone, man.
But,
I'm scared.
Zone has a big lead, but Darkstalker, you know, he's just fiending to get that comeback right now.
Bro, the scare factor is real. This is such a real thing. In this position, you're like, oh, they're actually close this out, right? But I don't know, man.
Yeah, Darkstalker slowly but surely tacking on some percent, just waiting for when he can get one of those confirms. You know, Zone has to play so safe, even though he's in the lead here. He just needs to find a way to take the stock.
Oh, and
really ready there for the auto cancel. We saw that there. Darkstalker was looking for that auto cancel into a power dunk, but Zone answers accordingly and just rolls behind and gets the back through.
Really strong, really strong. You know, most players, if they didn't know that Terry matchup, they'd fall susceptible to that auto cancel.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
in that position, you know, the pressure is really being put on. Even though you're in the lead, you can't get too comfortable. But Zone playing calm, taking that first game.
Yep. I will see how Darkstalker adapts. I mean, it felt like as soon as Zone had the lead, he was just controlling the whole game because Darkstalker had to approach a lot more. I feel like when Darkstalker had that early lead, it was his to lose. But we'll see how this game 2 goes. Back to PS2.
Yeah, I think it's one of those matchups that could really just go back and forth. Both players very, very skilled, but running it back on the same stage here, we're going to see how Darkstalker can change it up a bit here and put a game on the board. But Zone has a slight % lead here.
Yeah, I think in this position, they're both just like really feeling the neutral out still. They're not committing too much, but any kind of commitment like that for Darkstalker is going to get punished. Now he's off stage.
Yeah, Zone just taking his time to see how Darkstalker wants to approach, answering accordingly with his punishes. Doesn't want to commit too much because Darkstalker will punish that with loads of damage.
And Ferret's just doing the right thing here, man. He's just like getting a hit, and if the hit whiffs or he crosses up safely, he just rolls away and he's like, look, let's just re-engage.
Yeah,
we don't
not
need to
overextending too much, playing
right,
it safe,
right.
But here we go again. Go meter online, has to be careful because you know, it can spell the N at any %. You know, Darkstalker is look efficient for those punishes, but Zone ready, catches that with Buster Wolf and down throw back air taking it. So now Zone sitting again in the lead, but you know, he's just going to play it calm, not let Darkstalker close the gap too much, getting that damage on the board yet again. And while that power dunk coming there, spiking him off the ground, but Zone's still in it with his first stock.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? I feel like now that Darkstalker's obviously not in the lead, he's got that stock deficit. Zone is so happy to just keep center, doesn't want to overcommit.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, just rolling away, don't want to engage too hard. But
jab into the
takes
input
it.
up B, finally takes that first stock for Darkstalker. Sitting at the 69 now it's gone, but yeah, Zone. But like you say, you know, now that when Zone's in the lead, Darkstalker, it's up to him to take the risks, and Palutena just so good at punishing. So
he's struggling to get in, and it's not that so much like he gets in once or twice, but he's not getting big %. Not the % that you see Terry's usually get here.
Zone just not really giving him any chances to really, like, you know, get the big combos that he wants, and sniping him there with the explosive flame, taking that stock nice, you know, nice and early. Zone still with basically a fresh stock. And now he's not slowing down at all. Now's the time for Zone to just, you know, put on some %, find that pressure, and there we go.
Look
big
at
damage
this, man.
already at 68.
This is textbook stuff from Zone, man. He's playing clean. He's playing so clean.
Palutena, one of those characters, you know, if you're on point, the character's it's gonna benefit you. You know, it's not gonna slow you down at all. It's gonna keep that damage coming and not let Darkstalker bring a comeback. But you know, Darkstalker, you can't count him out at any point in the match.
Nah, you can't. I mean, Terry is the character. His comeback factor is great, but Darkstalker's Terry could be something else, man. Well,
Again,
still, we need to take the stock first and foremost.
yeah, we see that patience from Zone at ledge. You know, he's so good. Even in disadvantage, he's more than happy to play it slow and find the perfect time to get back onto stage. And here we go, dash attack, back air, attacking on that %. We could take this before the go is online, but here we go, fresh, right at 100. Needs to be careful again.
Oh, he grabs him out.
Ready
Dash
for that DI on the down throw. But
might be it.
not a good position at all for Darkstalker. Back throw
back
coming out
throw.
here. Not going to take it, but Zone sitting here ready. Tries to get that down air, but not quite. And ready to call out jump with the back air. And we just see, you know, sitting there with 2 stocks. Well played by Zone, but of course this is a best of 5, so he's going to need 1 more to sit in grand finals here.
For sure, for sure. DS has definitely got quite a lot to do here if he wants to carry on making this set competitive. It's a difficult one, right? It's the carbon copy again. One when Zone has the lead, he's really taking as much advantage of it as can by not committing. DS commits. I feel like one thing we're seeing quite often is that whenever Zone crosses up and does something, Darkstalker is pressing buttons straight away. Sometimes Zone will disengage, other times he's happy to punish that with like a nair or something or a grab.
Yeah, Zone doing a good job at not putting himself in danger too much, especially in that game 2, just doing what worked so well in game 1, but even more so. And running it back to PS2 yet again.
Yeah, good punish from Darkstalker. You gotta be a bit careful when you're throwing out that enigmatic flame of sorts.
Yeah, Darkstalker has some percent on the board here, has a slight lead, but you know, we're going to see him try and take a bit less risk because he knows Zone's punish game is there and ready to, you know, propel him into the lead. So Darkstalker needs to play as safe as he can.
This is a difficult position again for Darkstalker. Even though the percents are quite minimal, he's finding himself in the ledge here. And as the tale has said so far, it's not played too well for Darkstalker when he's at ledge.
Yeah, Zone's ledge game just so good. Palutena has the tools and Zone has, you know, the game plan to just make it work there. But, you know, Darkstalker's sitting here with max rage, so Zone can't be getting comfortable at all, but Explosive Flame catching that neutral gap. And you can see Zone, you know, adapting to Darkstalker's, you know, ledge habits, you know, just answering accordingly and just taking that first stock cleanly.
For sure. How does DS get into this, man? I feel like he needs to make a huge play somehow, but I think he needs to really be a bit more patient. You know, I feel like he's getting hit a lot for empty jumps or pressing buttons and stuff like that. I think he needs to just pick his spots a little bit more carefully.
Yeah, I mean, with a player like Zone, it's really hard to find those cracks in his defense. You know, he just plays so cleanly, not too overcommittal. But, you know, if Darkstalker can find those holes in the wall in that defense, then, you know, gets it there with the input up B. And not too severe of a lead here from Zone, so very, very doable for Darkstalker. He just needs to keep finding those holes in the wall. Zone not letting up at all. Players feeling out at neutral. Darkstalker trying to get something started here, but Zone just keeping him at bay with the aerials and the side B.
Again, Zone, you'll see it a lot, man. He's just kind of jumping in that threat range and seeing how Darkstalkers react. The amount of times that Zone is punished a whiff grab, it's tallying up hard. It's tallying up hard.
Oh, and he's got him here in a tricky situation again. That F tilt, Darkstalker getting a little bit too eager with that aerial approach, but Zone has the F tilt ready there. And now here it comes again, the damage, tacking it on, and oh, he was going for something. That could have been something interesting if he was trying to catch the second up air. Not sure if it would have killed Zone at 17, but that would have been crazy, to say the least. But yeah, no, Zone had a very comfortable lead here. Yet again, it's up to Darkstalker to change something, do something different from the previous two games. But Zone more than happy to just play it the same way, comfortable, calm, not letting Darkstalker close that gap.
I don't know about you, Cora, but this is looking curtains. This is looking curtains right now. Zone he is in the zone.
It's looking like he's got him in the Ultra Zone right now.
It's not a joke, bro. It's not a joke. Down there.
Oh, and there it is, punishing that up B, and Zone taking it very convincingly there. 3-0 over Darkstalker.
That was strong. That was strong. Obviously, we got Knockout 9 coming up this weekend, which Zone is traveling up to. If he's playing like that, he is going to be a guy that you're going to have to beat. He is going in with form. That was
most definitely
very strong.
Zone playing hot right now.
Yeah.
Very, very consistent play we've seen across all today, really. And, you know, nothing to sneeze at against a player of Darkstalker's caliber as well.
That's it, man.
Just, you know,
it's Darkstalker, bro. That's one of the best players in the UK.
This ain't your average O2er he's beating here. This is Darkstalker's taking
bro,
it 3-0.
If that was me on stream and he was doing combo videos, like, whatever, right? It's like, okay, it's Zone. That's